Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Bianchi. We're looking at question number 1. The tile floor in a restaurant is being replaced. The dimensions of the floor are shown. What is the total area of the new tile floor in the restaurant? And hopefully you're recognizing this is a trapezoid, and when we're dealing with trapezoids, we have two approaches that we've discussed in class. One approach is we can break the thing up into two triangles. So how would we do that? We would take, let me get my clicker going here, we draw a diagonal across, and we have this blue triangle and we have this red triangle. So for the blue triangle, we would use the formula half of the base times the height. And what would the dimensions be? Now remember, the base and the height have to be perpendicular to each other, and they do show us a perpendicular symbol right here. So that means these two lines are perpendicular, and we can use either one as the base. And if we use 15 as the base, that means we're going to use 12 as the height. So let's substitute those numbers in. We'll put in 15 as the base and 12 as the height. All right, what about the red triangle, this one right here? The base could be 12, but what's the height? If this is 15, that means all the way across it's 15. And that this dotted line, you can see it's perpendicular to the 20. And it reaches the vertex on the opposite side of the base. So this line is 15. Let's substitute those numbers into the formula. The base is 20. And the height is 15. All right, if we press on with finding the area of the blue triangle first, I would take advantage of the fact that we have an even number. We should take half of 12 because we can do that in our head. Half of 12 would be 6, and you'll multiply 6 times 15, and that will give you the area of the blue triangle. We have to add to that the area of the red triangle. So we would take half of 20, because we can do that in our head easily, which would be 10, and then multiply that by 15. Find the blue product, find the red product, add those two together, and then you'll have the area of the entire figure. Now, if that's confusing and you prefer to use the trapezoid formula, so if we think of it as a trapezoid and we use the formula, this is the formula for area of a trapezoid. It's half of the sum of the parallel sides, which we call base 1 and base 2, times the height. So when we are plugging in the numbers into the formula, these are the two lines that are parallel to each other. So we have 12 and 20. We would substitute those in right here and here, 12 and 20. To find the height, it has to be perpendicular to the bases. So I'm just going to drag this green line over here and show you that this green line here is perpendicular. It forms that 90-degree angle, and they're telling us that it's 15. Let's substitute that into the formula. All right, so we would go ahead and add the parallel lines together and get this. Bring down the 15. So the next step what I would probably do next is take half of 32. If you're using a calculator, put 32 in the calculator first and then hit the divide by button and then the 2, and then you'll get your answer. And then you'll multiply that with 15. Now, a conscientious student would probably do it both ways just to make sure you get the same thing, but either approach, you should see one of these answer choices as your answer.